Hey, I'm Kev Kim. Welcome back to Tito Man 2 Ride on the Edge Harder Has. We're taking part in the second round of the Irish Championship for once after an up and down beginning on our Honda. We see how it goes around the airfield, which is normally a bit better for us as... What perks do we even use? Oh, we could use one of these because they are exactly the same, so... We can use that, and then I think that's it really. Oh, we can add some ballast to the bike. Might as well. So our records of minute 5.8 as you've got Kevin Crane, David Stevens on their cars, like his on the side. There's a couple of BMWs and a fellow Honda as well. 5 laps, mass start event. We normally do well in these. Remember, this is not the only race as well. There's one other race as well, or 6 competitors. I believe, just like the Irish Championship airfield race later in the season, which we normally take part in. That's a good start. Very good start. This is the airfield. We actually took part in this race last season, didn't we? Just a bit later in the season when it wasn't part of the Irish Championship. But I love the pop in. A little bit wide. But 5 laps, these will fly by. This is almost going to feel like a warm-up, this race, rather than one of the main events. This Irish Championship. We've got some tricky, just 90 rights here and 90 lefts. Apart from this final corner, this is a bit quick actually, this final corner. Gotta be careful not to hit the curb like that either. Well, it's a good start, as the crowd love it. So we lead by 3 seconds, despite that fault. So it shows that our Honda is still way too powerful. I've got to do the downgrades, didn't I? Honda. Can't remember what I was going to say I was going to get rid of. Let's look at the top speed. 186. A little bit wide. Hang on, this isn't the super bikes. That's why we're doing the super sport bikes. Hang on. Has it switched championships on us suddenly? Because it's got BMWs, doesn't it? Let's go 108.8. So is the Irish Championship like a mix of super sport and superbike? I never knew that. I thought it was just one or the other. Because we're on the superbike, aren't we? But I swear we competed the first round on a super sport bike. So are these events only for superbikes, or does it even matter? Like, I'm just a bit unsure at the moment, and a bit confused. There will be an edit here because I have quit out and come back in to try and check, but unfortunately we're in the middle of a race, so I can't. So there'll be a horrible cut in the middle there. As once again down. They just struck me when I saw BMWs. And I was like, hang on. I don't have that at super sport level, do they? So the 13.5 seconds. Well, the superbike definitely is overpowered, as we demonstrated last season as well in our races. Hopefully it doesn't change us to a super bike then for the remaining rounds, because we're doing this season just to win the super sports. Didn't want to ride a super bike. They seems to have automatically chosen it for us. Don't worry, we'll find out at the end of the race. I mean, it makes sense, because everyone would be racing the Junior TT, wouldn't they? So this. So maybe that's why it's only super bikes. This is going pretty nicely. Nice airfield. Good hangars. Nice assortment of helicopters and planes on the inside. We've got no one to lap, surprisingly. Normally it's 1 or 2 we can lap during these races. And it seems like we've made a couple too many mistakes. So approaching the final section now. Oh, there they are. There's one in front. Get back here. Got to lap someone before the end, otherwise it's not an airfield race. I said I've got to lap someone. There we go. Did it in the end. As 34.7 seconds quicker than anyone else. Bloody hell. No, it just shows us at the top, ahead of Graham and Stevens. That is pretty weird. I will say that. See, now it's showing French on a Honda instead of on the Yamaha. Okay. As next up, we're going around the Triangle Racetrack. I think I said I'd do last time. 5 laps on the Northern Irish circuit. We'll definitely be on a super sport bike. There we go. Should we go on this one? So I wanted to change some of the parameters. Not make the bike so light. First off. So maybe get rid of the radiator. Give it the fresh wheels. Should we make that the only change? See what that's like. As you can see, we've actually never raced around the Triangle Raceway in TTR Le Mans 2. Very excited to see what it's like. Just 4.57 mile long circuit. 5 laps against 9 photo compared to mass start event. This is basically like the Northwest 200, I believe. Like their version of it. So we have got a couple Yamahas. Oh, 3 Yamahas, including Lee Johnston. A couple Fedor Hondas. A couple or 3 Kawasaki's. And then a Triumph Daytona stuck in from Don Kirby. Oh, the start's already different. I don't remember having this much greenery around us. So that's not the place to kind of just let up. So this, if we've got the severe downhill, I remember this. For some tight corners coming up. Oh, including this. That left-hander always catching us out. I remember quite liking this circuit as well. Because how free-flowing it is for the most part. Some annoying bumps like the one coming up here. I remember. There's, oh my god, the bike got so airborne. Literally touching the clouds there. And yeah, through here with all the leaves, it was a bit difficult to see. Oh, I remember hidden rocks being everywhere. Now the rocks are a bit more obvious. Well, where are we? Like 3rd, aren't we? 3rd or 4th. Well, this is flat out. Should be on a super sport bike. Had to lift slightly because I was offline a bit there. We go flat, then we got a tight left or coming up. Or tight right. And then we got a double left here. No, just a single hairpin left. So I'm keeping out of the riders in front. I'm pretty impressed with that actually, because it's our first time here. Into. I know we've ridden around here before, but it's not that much different actually. Oh, no. Okay, that's a bit tight to that corner. As we go across the start-finish line. 1 lap down, 4 to go. Oh, we are in third. Come on, bike. Get it together. Those the upgraded wheels is not as good. I know that sounds weird, but you've seen with the upgraded brakes, they're not as good as the normal brakes. So, come on, bike. Oh, what the fuck? Why did it just go right? It did not even try to let me go around the corner there, and the 2 riders in front have crashed. Oh, don't tell me they got the issue, like, at the end of the TT circuit with the bridge, but they can't do tight corners. Oh, don't tell me you got that issue here as well. That would be pretty terrible. Can't believe how much we fly over that. You can't do that on a superbike. We actually have to add the brakes, I would believe. Oh god. Maybe I should have kept the radiator in. Man, the bike is not flying, is it, round it? In comparison to what it was doing before. Gotta take that flat next up. Can't afford this little lift because we were gaining there. Now we've lost a bit of that momentum. We'll close up to the riders in front. We are closing. This should be a good race. This is more evenly matched how we like though. So even though the bike is not as good as it was, like this is what we want. We want a more even fight. And what we experienced in the last episode where we were just way too quick. Even though we were riding terribly. Look at this top 4 all together. I was aiming with the top 4. So we really get to know Bruce. Get right in his exhaust door again. Hello. Going for seconds, going for thirds. Oh my god, what is second doing? I think the lead is away. I think that's the battle for second. Oh, it's done it again. He just goes straight on there. It doesn't like me carrying any speed. And now, for some reason, it's just done that. I don't understand what it's doing there. Someone is stuck in the wall. Great. So we can't take the corner before the hairpin. They can't take the hairpin at all. The rest of the lap's okay, isn't it? But just those couple of corners are terrible. Probably should have changed those corners for this game. Like, if you're struggling to get opponents round there, maybe just change the corner. Make it a double apex instead of just the hairpin. I know they can take the hairpin at the end of this section here.
into the last couple of corners. So I don't understand why they struggle so much with that. Maybe because of how tight it is in comparison. Like it's very slow speed as well. There you go. See, that's why you go. That's why you go freaking flat through there. On the outside, up to second or third, I think. I know the leader seems to be the only one not struggling with issues on any lap, so I don't know how much we're actually closing up, if at all. So just over halfway through the race. Exciting return to the Triangle Raceway after many, many years and months away. Oh, what the fuck? Oh no, don't want another person behind us, no! I think we're down to 5th now. Oh my god, bike, turn, man. I think I just got an acceleration at the wrong point there. We're 16 seconds back as Gran Turismo opponents, what can I say? Okay, so how do we do this corner then? You want to brake here? Guess so. That's... Look at that! That is so freaking stupid. He just rode straight into the freaking barrier. Didn't even bother to turn through the corner. Just went... So that's second in front of us. It's a bit cloudy overhead, isn't it? Oh my god. Do we even think of braking on the final lap over that? I don't think so. I think we're going to keep flying towards the moon. What are you doing, bike? Now you're suddenly weeding. You didn't do that the previous 3 laps. That's probably why you never changed down to first. For some reason it kicked something in. It's like, oh, it's got freaking high res. Low gearing. Freaking read that shit. Like, not actually, mate. There you go. No, easy for that through there. There used to be rocks sitting in those bushes, I remember, in the first film. That's why we couldn't... That's why I was a bit nervy taking it flat. Especially at Superbike level. But it seems like they don't have that now. It's all easy, caught up to this rider. Like the old Tannoy as well, like this just feels like such a different section with that, with the tannoys, the crowds, the houses everywhere. You can tell how even we are actually in this final section with the opponents. I remember there were rocks there as well if you cut like that. Don't have it now. Till this corner, till the actual final corner, then we get a much better run. As we get down to 14.4. Bit wide. Get on the frickin' power, man. Now we've got to be careful of the bumps. Got to lift before you're going downhill. Brake nice and early. Unfortunately, the leader is not stupid, so doesn't know we're going to be winning this one. Well, we'll definitely take second or third just being on the podium. After such an up and down race. I'll return round it. That was much better as well. Like, we lifted early, but the bike was just straight over the jump. We didn't do that as well in the previous laps. I was doing a wheelie thing again. I remember those rocks now on the inside of the corner, on the outside. That's why it's tricky in the first Iron Man getting out of there. Because if you ran slightly wide, you're in a rock. So it was like not good. Good they've actually changed it, made it easier for plebs like me, so... Nice and easy flat. I remember this was much narrower as well, this. Like, it was actually nerve-wracking getting through there. Not as nerve-wracking now. A little bit wide. Right, coming to safety there. I don't often say that, but... like in staying upright and going around the corner sense. There we go, hard on the power. And then across the line. That is not bad. It's second. 10.8 back of the Kawasaki. We'll take that. Got a Kirby Butler Johnston in fifth. Not having a good time. Has increased his money. Betting per points earned though. Has got a new Irish Challenge Zone from Chalmer Butlers Limited. Paid our first objective for Honda Racing, so we get $2,000. That's a good payday, isn't it? So next up, the third round of the Irish Championship, as it does say Superbike Supersport everywhere. So do you just choose between Superbike and Supersport then? Let's find out. No, it's giving me the Superbike. Why? I raced a Supersport bike in the first round. I don't get this. So next up we've broken. So now we're just stuck with the Superbike. Yeah, because Pent was not on a suited. She was on a Honda or something, wasn't she? Great. Well, let's try and win the Superbike Irish Championship again then. I swear we were on a Supersport bike. Otherwise, I don't know how we missed that we were on a Superbike, because they have different, like dashes for one thing. It doesn't actually matter that we win the Supersport as well. Same for winning multiple TTs as well. That would have been a nice touch actually. Like if you win, they need more TTs actually in the official TT Other Man game in the first place. Like they need electric bikes, have the zeros. They need super stocks. Just the option of having just more of a week or a couple of weeks with the TT Other Man instead of just being this thing at the end of the season. Like I know it's all leading up to that, but it doesn't feel like its own special event. Like you actually are building up to it. It just feels like, oh, there's a nice celebration at the end of the season instead. Like we need that kind of week feel, like a festival feel of the TT Other Man. That's one major thing that needs to improve for the next TT Other Man game. Probably that. Just having more options. Like they had sidecars. We don't have sidecars in 2. They had it in the first one as DLC admittedly, but it's still there. Now we've got less TT choice. And well, we've got the classic bikes I guess, but there's only a handful of them and none of them are really representative against each other. There's like maybe a couple that are cut from the same era, you could say. Because you got what, the 90s bike, you got mid-late 80s as well, early 80s, late 70s. Early 70s as well, don't you, with MV Agusta, so... Bit annoyed we're not winning the Super Sport Championship. Hey, if we win the Superbike Championship again, I'll consider that mission done, to be honest. Like, well, we've won the 2 championship we wanted in Irish Championship, like, just to prove it's not really a feat. Like, oh, we won 1 finally. Oh, yeah, we've got 2 of them now. Shows we are really good. Yeah, now that they've had a classic TT Junior TT. Again, I just want like a road racing game in general. Instead of having parts of it in this. No, just like the TT basically. But then you have everything else in like Ride 4. And I know Milestone, like, they're the little monopoly on the old bike games. Hey, you've kidded. Oh my god, we're 9,000s back. What the fuck? Why am I down? He braked at the exact same point like I did. Why am I the one that goes down, though? Oh, go around. But man, just having a road racing bike game altogether. That's the dream, that is. And I do like the fictionalized versions of Northwest, as you've just seen. They also kind of have that of the Ulster Grand Prix as well, the Antrim speed track, I believe, is their kind of like rough version of the Ulster Grand Prix. The fastest road race. Which is pretty cool. Like, all the circuits are pretty cool in TT Old Man 2. It's just one proper circuit though, the TT. Which is a fantastic circuit, but yeah, just missing the rest of the real life venues. Like, if they just get them from Milestone, they can get Macau, Northwest and Ulster. And what's it, the other TT Old Man event as well, isn't there? What's it, the Southern 100? No, then you've got like 5 real events then. And had in the fake circuits as well. Maybe we move the ones, you know, that we're alluding to the real events, but the ones such as like Hillside, Super Hillside. I know, is that alluding to like Crooksdown or something? Not very good with my road racing knowledge, to be honest, of all the races, all the major races, apart from the really big ones. They also have that finish track in Ride 3, which is really cool. Just take that as well, even though it's probably like Milestone major, just take that as well. Add that in this too. Because I can understand why Milestone want those circuits in there, because they end up with superbikes in the end. Like, the end goal of both of these games is to end up in superbikes and win the big event, so I can understand why they have that in Ride 3, or in the Ride series. You know, it's a bit like Forza, isn't it, with how they end up in F1 cars, Indy cars, Aussie touring cars. Still have the prototypes as well, remember, from sports cars, NASCARs as well. Formula E. So that's the end goal. It's like how Forza Horizon also has like Rally Raid. It's those big off-road vehicles, like the pinnacle of the off-road vehicles, on with the rally cars, even though it doesn't really make that much sense. But then it is Forza Horizon. As that would definitely not survive hardcore mode, would it? Oh my god. Oh, we're coming on to the final lap. I need to actually concentrate now instead of rambling. But yeah, I just want one Just all around, all together road racing, bike road racing game. Hope those who, you know, like the road racing as well, want that as well. So that is the dream, I believe. Because then you have, because we already have it for the circuit side with like MotoGP. There used to be superbike games as well, like pretty decent superbike games. But the last superbike game I remember I actually got on mobile a few years back. It was decent for mobile, like graphics were pretty cool. Played pretty well. I wonder if there's ever a chance of Superbikes and MotoGP kind of merging to have one big circuit racing bike game. I know it'd be like, say, F1 and IndyCar merging, but F1 and IndyCar are owned by different entities. MotoGP and Superbikes are owned by Dorna. So there's scope there for them to merge together. Then you could be like Scott Redding or Alvaro Baptista. So we've got a good battle here going on for the win. And you could cross over from like Grand Prix, Superbikes then. Get Super Sport in there as well. Oh god, a bit wide. You sell super stocks as well. The World Superstock Championship, are they gone? You keep talking about super stocks, it's not really a category that's that lively anymore, is it? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But then, I guess you have like Supercross and Motocross separate, like MXGP compared to Monster Energy, even though they're done by the same company, by Milestone, those games, so... And even though Milestone is now owned by the same company that does MX for Today TV, like both different studios making those games but owned by the same company now. So you do actually have all of like the motocross, supercross all together in one package. Does that? I forget the name of the company that actually owns both Milestone. Oh for fuck's sake, we tracked away the win. Come on, go. Tracked away win in the dying embers of this race. Great job. Yeah, no way we can close up now. Especially as we're slow in the final corner anyway. And there's all this talk of super games, and we have an off-road racing has like Dirt 5 coming. For like rallying and just general off-road racing. How about that for bikes? That would be cool. Get going, come on. Well, there goes our chance of winning every round. We should have won this race, but we were just too stupid, honestly, to keep the bike upright for a whole lap. But we still lead the way by 3 points ahead of Kevin Graham. Rocksmith is very solid in third. You've got Pence, Stevens, Swift. Still waiting for the big guns. As still get any perk points. But we get some ballast and some increase in money. So what did I want to do for this round? It was the Glenderry Road race, wasn't it? We can try this out. We can actually waste some perk points, or shall we save it? Let's waste a couple, shall we? So you can choose... Temporary start rates is reduced. We don't really care about that. Reduces respawn time. We can do the had ballast one again. Because you are doing the old Super Sport bike in this race. Yeah, let's just use that one. As that record just over 3 minutes. As you've got Triumph Daytona, 3 of them. We've got, was it 3 Yamahas as well? And 4 Hondas, 3 fellow Hondas with us. Time trial events, thankfully. 2 laps. It's 12-mile long circuit. As we're skipping you, Gary, now. Alright. I swear this was a bike we rode in the first round of the season. So here we go then. Oh my god, what the fuck? The bike did not brake. Come on, get going. Don't have all day. Oh, do like that little shimmy over the screen there and change the direction. So a bit wide. Mustang hard on the power. And probably go flat through there. Just want to lift slightly though, make it a bit smoother through that. We have not had a good race though, have we? We've been a bit all over the place. Hopefully this can be like the smooth race we have before the 4th round. We finally get it together. I mean, the only one who can... So that probably should have is the triangle race. It was our first time round there for a long while. The AFL race actually wasn't that bad, but then it's a very short circuit. But then, yeah, the last round of the Irish Championship was abysmal. Like, should have easily won that race. Should have been crushing the soul of Kevin Graham, instead he's crushed us a bit. Oh, this bike is so nice. Adding that little weight seems to have made some difference, actually. Way too cautious through that. I can be so much better through that. This is such a great corner. This is the corner where it just changes the circuit. Because you head into this hairpin, it's like flat out. Into more narrow roads than being quite wide country lanes. Then finally, back into the old town or village. Ooh, a bit wide. Nice on the power though. 311.7. That's a pretty decent start. As you try and get under 3 minutes that will be the target. Especially as we ended up in that wall on the first lap. This time braking a bit earlier. I think we just braked too late. That's why the bike just did not bother to stop. So most of the time when I say, what the frick is the bike doing? It's me. That's what the bike is doing. Like, it's my mistake. But like that, just turned in way too late. Like, but it's all the bike's fault. Like, what's the bike doing there? That's like a 30-second freaking lead. It is easy. Well, we won't get under the 3-minute mark now, will we? Unless we suddenly turn into a super bike for the rest of the lap. Which I don't think we will. What the fuck? See, that one I'm not sure. That one is just one of those random crashes that you get. Where you brake, turn in, and then the bike's just like, nah, I've had enough of it. It's like, why? It's being nice. Maybe that's what really separates me from, you know, the great, or those who are really good at these games compared to one who's pretty average at best. It's recognising and able to diagnose crashes like that and avoid them, like I can't. Like, I talk about random crashes in this game. Maybe if you're better at this, you will recognise those little bumps that happen after a few laps. Be able to ride different lines, take corners slightly differently, due to less crashes. Compared to me, who's more used to the automation of circuit racing, so almost doing a site circuit racing when it's road racing, it's slightly different. The circuit is evolving differently on a road race compared to a circuit race, which is purposely made for racing. These aren't. These are public roads made for daily use. For anything and everything. Like, have you ever seen a tractor going 30 miles per hour down the front stretch at Silverstone? I don't think so. I don't think they do that every day. What they do on these roads. Actually, a tractor reaching 30, I might be optimistic there. More like 10 to 20. That's how you go across the line. Actually, it's slower than opening lap as we win by 30 seconds. Ridiculous. As, hey, we get some perk points back. And some tyre warmers and lubricant. Always good. As we've got a stalker, great. So, finally, we're going to end this pretty long episode with the 4th round of the Irish Championship. 5 laps round Knockshan. As, what per point should we... We don't have swagger, do we? Oh, we don't have our swagger yet. We increase our money or reputation. Penalty for restart race is reduced. Oh, we've got another one. We could do the lubricant. Always helpful. So 1 minute 52.1. This is the one with the bumps of infuriation, aren't they? So we've got the big guns. Bruce, Cameron, Donald, Colin French here on their Hondas, fellow Honda gang. 6 of us in this race. We've got a BMW and then 3 cars like Charlie Lindsay feeling left out, I think. Doesn't have a gang. We've got 2 gangs here. Let's see how it comes out on top then. As we get a decent start, lead the way. Now we've got to remember all the bumps around here. That's the key to this race. 5 laps. Quite long that time-wise. Or that wise, should I say, not that time-wise. But it's just surviving all the bumps. Like, it's so easy to have at least 1 crash in these races. So it's, oh my god, what are you doing, Bruce? That's fake Bruce, isn't it? Real Bruce is in front of us. As we close back up to the top 3, which I believe will be all the guest riders. As it normally is. That's a good line through there. Just need to carry a bit more speed. Let's here we go. Here are the bumps. Survive them. Memorize them. Name them. Know them. They are your enemy. At least for the next 10 minutes. Or just under. Okay, so much speed into there. It's way too much speed though. Look at the exit they got in comparison. Even though they're fighting among themselves. So third has dropped back. Oh, no, break. Oh, held on. There's dive bomb for the lead. Oh, Bruce holds us off. Oh, he doesn't get the exit though. That's all we need. End of the first lap by a 10th. Oh, this is going to be a close one. This is going to be a close one. We go nicely through that. There you go. Will it be as easy flat into this left now? Oh my god, it is. Very easy. And a bit wide through the next left. Won't be doing that. Not the best line taking either. As Bruce sweeps into the lead. Gone to the back straight. I never get how this back straight is so smooth in comparison to like the rest of the circuit. You'd expect bumps down here as well. There you go. Okay, a bit less speed through that, so we actually got a bit of an exit. Still not the best. Still leading the way. So the bike's giving up on us. Don't do it, bike. I get you some more lubricant, you know? No one talking about, bike, after this race if you win. Seen it now, that shut up the bike, didn't it? It's out the final corner. Almost a post 150, that was at 152. Into lead by almost 3 seconds. So they're doing mid 150s. So there's our target. Not sure if that's our fastest lap ever. I've already forgotten what our fastest lap is round here. So we must be close to it though. Oh, that's a bit offline. Easy flat rest of the right. Nice and hard on the power. Oh, back end trying to get out. Don't need any of that. There we go, survive the bumps. Be out of line though, too much power. But too tight line to carry that amount of speed in the first part. But halfway through this race, this has been the best first half we've ever had round here. So we lead by a few seconds. We go a bit tight. We go out the final hairpin. Oh, this could be slightly quicker, this, that. No, another 152. 152, that's consistency. It's like the first time I've ever had to say that word round here. 5.7 the lead. I've been able to say the word round here. Normally all over the place. Consistency rise. On any circuit. Especially round here with all these bumps. Oh, a bit quicker through there. Still easy flat through that left though on this penultimate lap. Round Lockshard. No, we got our act together finally. You know, it's like it took all episodes, it took 4 or 5 races. We're finally not making silly mistakes. He says that he's about to make a silly mistake. No, still upright, still upright. I just noticed there's tents on the right hand side there. People camping out. See, there's a The attention to detail on the outside compared to the first game is great. Like, you didn't see those touches everywhere. It was just like grass and rocks everywhere. Occasionally cars and stuff. Like, there's so much more life to all these circuits in 2 compared to 1. A little bit wide. Let's go out the final corner. There's going to be another 152, is it? Oh, 53-1, disappointing. As he enter the final lap. Gap up to 8 seconds though. Almost 9. Oh, well, we've got this memorized like the back of our hand. Shockingly. Normally it's a circuit where we're very quick, but we never get the result. For once, we might be getting the result. Alright, bike, calm down, got half of that to go. We're almost there. Oh, there we go. See, that's why you lift early. Now we can be like virtually flat for the whole of that right hand that follows. Onto this back stretch. The lockout at 186 and it's like not quite able to get up to 190. Oh, that was a good flick through. Reverse corkscrew there. Oh, that was not a good flick through. Sweepers. Oh, a bit wide, bit wide. Come on. Whole race. Keeping it clean. It's a miracle. Yes, this might be our fastest lap as well on the final lap. No, it's another 50. Oh, it's a 53-1 again. Freaking consistency. Win by 12.6 ahead of Bruce. Cameron Donald in third. Kevin Graham, where were you? You've got Colin French. Ryan Rocksmith. His podium streak is ended. Our winning streak is back on though. So in the championship at the halfway mark, we got 57 points. Almost perfect. As we lead Kevin Graham by 10 points. Then you've got Rocksmith in third. David Stevens, Louise Pent rounds out the top 5 as Bruce up to 6th ahead of John Swift. And Cameron Donald, Colin French, Charlie Lindsay, Michael Stone, Sean Hogan, and Bill Daniel in last. As Chris's money earned if you finish in the top 3, get some swagger, finally. So yeah, that was a bit disappointing, wasn't it? That we're finding out we're in a super bike, it's not super sports. But next time out, we're trying the Herefordshire Circuit Grand Prix. Then the 5th round of the Irish Championship. After that, we might do the coastline meeting. No, that's a mass start event. We'll just do Old Blair Forest like usual, I think. And I've been trying to do different events, haven't I? Have we done the we have done that coastline meeting, haven't we, before? We might do the Ken Mayer one then, maybe. Maybe try that out. Because then afterwards we've got the airfield race, and then if we've got time, we might do the Super Hillside GP, or we'll save that for the last episode, maybe ever. What DTR Man 2 Ronnie Edge Harder career has. We're trying to make it, trying to prove that it is going to be like a number 7 for us this season. It's got off to a very good start in the first half of the year. Let's see if we can round out the year in style and wrap up another Irish Championship victory. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.